Hello, the initiated. My name is Markus, Junnikkala, and I'm back with another demo slash review. This time, we're looking at Circle's drum samples low, and I'm actually gonna open up the browser here and open up the product page just to kind of give you a brief overview of what the library is about. So I just tested Dead 1975 from them, and I was really impressed, even far more so than ever before. I think they're tremendously improving what they're doing. By the way, if this is choppy in any way, shape, or form, I apologize, and apologies for that, because it's my internet and it shouldn't be my quite crappy computer, but the internet connection here isn't great. I'm trying to improve that, so but hopefully it's prioritizing at least the audio, so you'll hear what you should be hearing. So I'm just checking some of the streaming replay to make sure we're actually live. So lo and behold, so this is kind of a lo-fi sample library. When they were developing this, I think I heard from Stefan from Circle's Drum Samples that they were working kind of on a lo-fi drum sample library, and what came out seemed slightly different to me. And again, for transparency's sake, I was sent this sample library. So first of all, thank you for that, Circles. But I haven't been asked to say anything specific. Just demo it, review it, tell you what I think, and that's the end of that. So my opinions are my own, and I haven't played a single note of this yet, so you're going to hear my blind reaction to it. So yeah, what came out was, I was kind of surprised how they described this, because it, like, what they told me initially was like it's a lo-fi drum sample library, but now it's kind of like maybe understated. I don't know, maybe it went into a different direction than what they intended. So I'm really interested in hearing what this sounds like. The description is kind of I don't know, sort of not mystical, but I certainly expected more of like a clear lo-fi stamp on it. So it's not the newest anymore, because we have Dead 1975. So vintage drums, ribbon mics and preamps, 4-channel analog mixer, outboard, reverb units, cassette tapes, and various pedals. So to my understanding, these are quite, processed through all of these grittier effects processors. Now, you should know that I'm a huge fan of lo-fi sounds, period. Huge fan. So from that perspective, I might be a bit biased. Obviously, if they're not your thing, then maybe this isn't for you, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't even know what it sounds like yet. So you got some loops in there, samples, so 100, and you got soft, medium, hard dynamics. Again, I'm going to be using Contact today. You do need full Contact. Player is not enough, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to jump back into this view over here and close the browser. There we go. Okay, and let's jump into Studio One, which is my new DAW of choice, and I've got Contact running over here. What you're gonna hear is just the samples on their own. I do have a BX limiter from Plugin Alliance here, just to make it loud enough for this video and this stream, so that there's not a huge difference between my voice and the audio, but I've made it as transparent as possible, so you shouldn't be hearing tremendous amount of coloring there. So circles, oh god, I haven't even been drinking at all. So circles low. So you got lo-fi textures, which are wave files by the looks of it. And these seem to be just like kind of interesting loops. That was what I was surprised by, because like other stuff than just drum stuff in here. So maybe that's why they kind of call it differently. I don't know. Maybe I should drag some of this out here. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not quite sure how. Okay, maybe I need to do this. Can I do it from here? No, contact doesn't allow me to do it. Not very familiar with how you so yeah, you probably have to just pull it from the Finder or something. But okay, I'm gonna focus on the actual, you know, playable drum samples. So you do have loops. Personally, not a huge loop guy, but they do exist here. One-shot samples. We're gonna go to preset, choose contact. And apparently we have 2 sets of samples. So let's load that up. Obviously, as you can see here, very bare bones, minimal contact instrument. So you're not going to see any fancy user interfaces. But if you want to focus on what matters, which is the sound, the samples, then you have perfect control over those here. As you can see from this blue section here, this is where we actually, on these keys, have the samples. So I'm just gonna jump in and see what happens. Sounds great. So again, not a huge dynamic range. Obviously, it's, I think, even more emphasized with this library because it's lo-fi, and you know, lo-fi isn't hyper dynamic. But yeah, let's continue. Slaps. I mean, listen to that snare. That's a beautiful balance of things. That hits hard. That sounds really, really good. And I'm kind of like, it's not, obviously some of these samples are quite processed and kind of, you know, in that sense, lo-fi, but even that snare, like, I wouldn't really be specifically thinking lo-fi, but it's definitely processed in that way. But this could work in so many different places. Great stuff. So that was the low basic kit. Let's open up the one-shot kit. So apparently this has those one-shots, but in a keyboard layout way. So here what's great is that these are mapped out in the same fashion for each octave. So you have the kicks on the C. Okay, now you have some interesting kind of lo-fi processing going on there. And I don't say lo-fi with the quotes because it's not, but it's kind of lo-fi is very contextual largely. So I don't think it's self-evident what kind of goes into that category or not, but great sounds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play, I assume one entire kit is in one octave. So I'm just going to play all of these in succession and just listen to what they sound like. So that's what we just did. So that was the basic. Okay, so it does have some samples that weren't there before, so let's play around. Okay, second octave kit. Listen to that snare. That's a beautiful, it kind of sounds a bit like a space echo reverb delay, but also like a spring reverb. That's insanely well produced and mixed. Because I could build like a soundscape on top of that easily. Like it sounds like a record. That has a beautiful soundscape, sits perfectly in the mix. Although we don't have a mix, we don't have a song, but that's gonna sit very nicely with other stuff. That snare has a beautiful ring. That's spot on. That's great stuff. Okay, next octave. That snare is beautiful. this is insanely good. You know, I wouldn't necessarily pair some of these together. It depends on your production, obviously, but that snare is ridiculous. Okay, next octave. This is the last one. So here they've kind of processed the kick to have that same kind of space echoey spring reverb resonance. Gotta move my chair to actually get a good playing position here. These are so well tuned. Like, the production, the mixing is stellar. And you know, I don't think it hasn't happened many times that I've heard drums being processed through these kind of effects that sound this good. Even these hi-hats going through that sound brilliant. Excuse my janky playing, but you get the sound, you get the idea. These are insanely good. Only two preset selections. I don't see that as a problem, honestly. Obviously, these are, you know, one shot. These are 4 different kits brought to one, which I really like because you can combine as you wish. And that's a really solid thing to do. So yeah, I'm not kind of left wanting more because the quality here is insanely good. Brilliant stuff. I'm gonna see whether I can throw in some of those loops here. So I'm gonna bring you with me to this view here, and I'm going to close contact over there. I'm going to open this loop folder like so. And we've got loops here. So these are in 3 categories: bad tape loops, low loops, and space spring loops. So seems like, at least based on the name, that my ear was correct. So maybe that's referring to a space echo. I don't know. Okay, there's a lot of loops in here. Let me just actually take you with me here. Okay, you should be seeing this Finder window on Mac. So bad tape loops. That's quite a few loops. There, low loops, which are, I guess, lo-fi. We got even more here, so circles, space spring. So let's see, shaker bonk. Let's go with bad drum loop, funky looper. Let's hope I don't crash the whole thing. Okay. So got our loop here. Let's press play and hope the whole thing doesn't explode. Okay, I mean, the production value there again sounds great. Let's go with gentle who's bad tape mix. Throw that in there. Let's check this out. Okay, so even by just listening to those two, I mean, these are very well produced. So yeah, I'm not a loop speaking, but if you are, seems to me like those are some really solidly produced and mixed samples. So you don't really have to do much work at all unless you need to sit it in the mix properly. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm just sort of more checking this out from the drum standpoint, and this didn't disappoint. Actually, I was kind of more surprised by the quality of this than Dead 1975, not because of any other reason, that I just didn't know what to expect with this one, because it's such a, you know, it seems like this general approach to a sample library. Obviously it's drum focused, drum focused, but then you get all of these other so many of these loops and kits. So it's like a philosophy approach, seems to me, more like, you know, tooting like a lo-fi drum sample library. So, but yeah, that sounds amazing. Thank you for Circles for sending me this. You know, initially I asked them whether they had any videos out where someone was playing these libraries like this, because I personally love to see the keyboard, you know, played at the same time and getting a proper sense of how it kind of responds and works in that way. So if that's what you were looking for, hopefully this has served that purpose in that. So yeah, I highly recommend you check out this this library, and also Circles in general. I'm a huge fan, and these are definitely going to have a huge place in some of my upcoming productions. So that's it for this this stream, this video. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think. And yeah, if you happen to be watching this now during Black Friday sales, obviously you can be getting these at an even more reasonable price. So I'm gonna be going to the sauna now because just about every part of my body is aching. So I'm gonna try and recover with that a bit. But hopefully this was useful. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be doing some more demos of sample libraries in the coming days. So stay tuned. This is your cup of tea. That's it for this episode, this stream, this video. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Finished.